Motorized trolley 1920s. Anita Ekberg, 1954. Warren G. Harding playing the tuba after being selected as Republican nominee 1920. Lumberjack Championship in Tillamook, Oregon, United States, 1941. Matahari, 1910s. Surfers, 1922. Marilyn, Jerry, and Dean in February 1953 when she was a guest on the Martin and Lewis radio show. A Canadian committee discusses a new national flag, 1964. Cuban Revolution leader Fidel Castro's visit to the USSR, Bolshoi Theater, 1963. A beheaded statue of an American soldier stands next to a bombed-out theater near the district town of Cu Chi, northwest of Saigon, on December 13, 1972. A 300-pounder Parrott gun with a blown barrel, Morris Island, South Carolina, 1863. A de Havilland Mosquito warms up its engines before a night reconnaissance mission, 1944, Belgium. Wheelchair for people with disabilities, 1915. A family tries to escape a flood in Columbus, Ohio, 1913. Yuan Shikai is crowned Chinese emperor, 1915. Unknown lady lifting an impressive over 135 pounds overhead in the 1950s. Circa 1892, woman diving from pier. Kate Moss, mid-1988. Marilyn Monroe photographed at the Beverly Carlton Hotel, 1952. A priest reads prayers over the bodies of Titanic victims, 1912. A photograph showing people on a date wearing gas masks to highlight issues of pollution and ecology, 1970s. President Kennedy and wife watching America's Cup, 1962. Diving competitions with the Eiffel Tower in the background, Paris, 1912. Snake Pit Operator, Highway 66, Sayre, Oklahoma, by Steve Fitch, 1973. Adolf Hitler, surrounded by girls from the Reich Labor Service at the Tannenberg headquarters in the Black Forest. On February 12, 1987, a bank robbery occurred. Lob Singh and his gang managed to steal 60 million rupees from the Punjab National Bank building. Marilyn Monroe on the set of The Misfits, 1960. An anti-communist Romanian civilian aims his PSL rifle during the Romanian Revolution, Bucharest, December 24, 1989. Roman Polanski and Johnny Depp on the set of The Ninth Gate. Black Panther's founder Huey Newton meeting with People's Temple, cult leader Jim Jones in Cuba, 1977. Barbara Bach, Force 10 from Navarone, 1978. Public transport, Munich, Germany, 1944 to 45. Sharon Tate learning some martial arts moves from the Grand Master Bruce Lee. This was for the filming of 1968 flick, The Wrecking Crew. Olaf Scholz, during his studies at the University of Hamburg, 1984. Camel Chariot, Palmyra, Syria. The Goths from the 80s. Freddie Mercury in high school. Charlie Chaplin with Friends, 1923. New York Governor and future 26th President of the United States, Theodore Roosevelt, crosses the river on a moose, 1900. A German soldier buried under earth by a nearby aerial bomb tries to escape. He is indeed alive. There's newsreel footage of the scene, showing him clearing away the earth with his hand. Laura Dern on the set of Wild at Heart, 1990. Princess Diana on her wedding day, July 29, 1981. David Bowie with his dog, Diamond Dogs promo shoot, 1974. In 1957, a flying carpet monument was erected in Moscow's Dzerzhinsky Square in front of the KGB building. The installation was timed to coincide with the opening of the 6th World Festival of Youth and Students. The workday has begun. Serra Pelada Gold Mines, Brazil, 1986. (1996). Firefighters at the scene of an IRA bomb blast in Manchester city centre. A Vietnam War protester hands out copies of the alternative American newspaper Free Press on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. The horrific Los Rodeos airport plane crash of 1977. In 1979, Ken Fraser set the record for the largest Atlantic bluefin tuna caught, weighing 679 kilograms. Artist Ola Khan spent 3 years carving gnomes, fairies, and animals into a fallen red gum tree trunk in the Fitzroy Garden, Melbourne, around 1931. Patrons of Sammy's Bowery Follies Bar in New York City, 1943. Inside Fort Sam Houston, as 64 soldiers of the all-black 24th Infantry Regiment are court-martialed for mutiny. After being repeatedly harassed and attacked by the police, the soldiers had snapped. A total of 156 soldiers marched on Houston, 1917. The body of John Dillinger, famous bank robber, is exhibited to the public, Chicago, July 22, 1934. Children posing on giant Amazon lilies, Salem, North Carolina, circa 1898. Lieutenant Alexander Vrachiu of Fighting Squadron 6 sits in his F-6F Hellcat gadget aboard USS Intrepid, February 1944, with 9 victory markings below his cockpit. Zeppelin over the Pyramids, 1931. Hand-powered carousels, 1990s, Havana. Elvis Presley waits for bacon and eggs while a black woman waits for her sandwich. Mother sits at the edge of the sign segregating the bus, circa 1950s. Kurt Cobain and Friends in Dresses, 1992. Mrs. Jacqueline Kennedy has a chuck under the chin for her husband moments after he became president on January 20, 1961. This picture was taken in the rotunda of the Capitol just after President John F. Kennedy left the inaugural stand. A man on his tricycle, 1970s. The United Nations building under construction with the Empire State Building in the background, 1949, New York City. Navajo stringing his bow in Canyon de Chelly, Navajo Nation in Arizona. Photographed by Roland W. Reed, 1913. Arthur Fields, a famous American singer and composer of the early 20th century, sitting in a miniature car. Behind the scenes of The Empire Strikes Back, 1980. Dora Rathjen, a German Olympic athlete, was arrested at a train station on suspicion of being a man dressed as a woman, 1938. John Lennon doing his Elvis impersonation, 1967. Demonstrators rally in support of jailed civil rights leader Wally Nelson, circa 1965. A young Bill Gates with Steve Jobs, 1985. Detained gay men in Mexico City, 1935. Despite being imprisoned, the men in these photos pose proudly and smile. Wailing, Primorsky Cry, 1960. Miss Donna Alcorn talks on the car phone in her brand new 1957 Ford, Southern California, United States, an advertisement for Ford and its leather interiors in fashionable colors. Jane Mansfield photographed walking in New York City with her daughter, Jane Marie, in 1953. Double amputee Ralph Nepple being kissed by fiancée Jean Moore after receiving the Medal of Honor from President Truman, August 1945. The filming of the most famous photograph from the Conference of the Leaders of the USSR, United States, and United Kingdom in Tehran, November 1943. The Serratos Circus Act, 1920s. A show on a commuter bus, New Jersey, 1963. Tsar Nicholas II of Russia opens the first State Duma of Russia at the Winter Palace, 10 May 1906. Starving children during the Nigerian Civil War, 1968. London sewer flusher gear, 1950s. An orphaned boy adopted by an Air Force regiment writes, "For Mom, for Dad, on bombs." World War II. The Ovitz family, Israel, 1950. View of the mass audience of metalheads at the Monsters of Rock Tour concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum on July 23, 1988. Tom Longboat became the first Native American to win the Boston Marathon in 1905. German circus performer Carl Sander during a bike ride in London, 1932. Shaquille O'Neal brings down the backboard on himself during a game against the Nets, April 23, 1993. Wheel gymnastics on the beach, 1930s. Extremely high prices during inflation, Germany, 1923. Disabled veterans of the First World War, London Military Hospital, 1918. One leg for every 7 soldiers. Can dancers greet 3,000 soldiers returning from the Korean War? United States, Seattle, May 15, 1954. (1996). Keanu Reeves visits his grandmother on his father's side in Hawaii. Keanu is the son of a Chinese-Hawaiian father and an English mother. Just some friends goofing around in the 1890s. The Cuyahoga River Fire in Ohio, United States. Various debris, including old refrigerators and televisions, floated on the river's surface, and this mixture was coated in a thick layer of petroleum products. One day, a stray spark ignited the river in 1969, zebra cart being used as a mode of transport in Calcutta in the 1930s. An apartheid notice on a beach near Cape Town, 1974. Around the time of the Beatles' tour for the United States, Paula Glasser, Kay-Zar, Mickey Tumino, and Sue Candiotti, superfans rented the services of a chopper to localize the possible place where they resided. They found them. Photo 25 of August 1965. Arnie and Grace Jones. The Japanese aircraft carrier Zuiho camouflaged as a warship, October 25, 1944. A 106-year-old Armenian woman guarding her home with an AKM 1990. Walter Williams, Civil War veteran, lying in bed with cigar, surrounded by family and friends. 1959. A woman sitting with a cup of tea on the ruins of her home after a heavy bombing of London, 1940. Dressed as Mario for Halloween, 1990. Traffic light tower, 1924, Berlin. The Kennedy family on Christmas morning, 1962. Women's Prison, New Orleans, 1963. '41st United States President George W. Bush presents the Artist of the Decade Award to pop singer Michael Jackson at the White House. Washington, USA, April 5, 1990. A cleaning lady at the Pablo Picasso exhibition at the Tel Aviv Museum of Art, Israel, 1966. Kurt Cobain at the piano, circa 1977. On November 21, 1963, President John F. Kennedy and First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy shake hands with well-wishers who lined the ramp at Houston International Airport to welcome them to the Texas city. Trainer Walter Zapashny and a Lion, USSR, 1960s. A Buddha statue in Bamiyan, Afghanistan, not yet shot at by the Taliban, 1985. Mafia Showdown. A body in a barrel in the middle of a vacant lot in Brooklyn, 1918. Men's fashion advertisements from the late 1970s. The first computer to include a mouse was the Xerox 8010 Star Information System minicomputer, introduced in 1981. Opening of the fountains in Peterhof, 1983. An unusual car number, 1978. North Korean prisoners of war dance a square dance in front of the Statue of Liberty at an internment camp in South Korea, 1952. Fusako Shigenobu. She radicalized at the end of the decade in Japan, and she helped inspire a group that would surface in the early 70s. Later arrests turned her into a symbol of that era's extremes. The first GPS device appeared in 1920. It resembled a watch and came with maps that had to be turned manually. Bruce Myers, inventor of the fiberglass body beach buggy, goes airborne in his creation, 1960s.